All right, everyone. Welcome in to the Bogey Bro Banter. Joined by Silas this week. Connor's out of town for Thanksgiving.
I'm here.
That's why the light was already.
This is the three-peat for Silas. Debate night, Grip Locked, and Bogey Bro Banter.
It's about to be a four-peat when he's on the Patreon Q&A.
What?
Four-peat.
I don't
Busy week.
want to talk about that just yet.
Okay.
I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
That's fine. We got a turkey
My
trot
lunch break got
That
destroyed.
was my thing
tomorrow.
to bring up.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can bring it up.
No, it's okay. You already brought it up.
Okay, we got a turkey trot to run tomorrow. All three of us. Silas, you're going to just randomly show up and run?
No.
Silas is not running.
That was not 8 a.m. start time.
I don't think the turkey trot is a random show up and run
No,
situation.
no,
you
there's no
have
way.
to prepare yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to sign up.
You also have to sign up. Yeah.
There also
More so, you
there's
have
also
to
a
sign up.
deadline. That's probably the most important of all.
What if I just showed up without a bib?
Just
I mean,
ran.
you could,
Yeah.
I think
but
you
it's
could, yeah.
very frowned
I
upon.
wouldn't get the medal.
It's very frowned upon.
Oh.
Yeah, like people in the
Right
race
now,
will frown at you.
game time temp 8 a.m. is 33 degrees. Is what?
Is that what time? That's
what's
when
gonna
the
be,
gunshot.
Which is not that bad.
It's fine. What's it by 11:30?
I can't go that far.
Who
in
cares
advance.
about
Yes, that doesn't
11:30?
matter.
Yeah,
What's it?
what the heck does that mean?
What?
We're
What,
gonna
are you
be-
running a marathon?
We're gonna be running from
No.
8 to
Is he running
8:30.
So here's
7
what's
turkey
confusing me.
trots?
It's like they said the event is from 8 to 11:30.
That probably means
I
There's
just don't
probably
get
like
what is the 11:30.
festivities. There's probably festivities afterwards.
So we're just like 8:30. We're done.
we're out.
Yeah,
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 we're
no,
out.
that's how it works. You
You,
literally-
you finish the race. You,
you
just hop in
just-
your car. And you're
Psychopaths
yeah.
hang around.
okay.
Yeah, no,
okay.
We're not a psychopath.
it's a very quick.
Well, I didn't
event.
know if there was like a this wave goes off at 8. This
No.
wave goes off at 8:30.
No.
This wave goes off
No,
at
no.
9.
Wait,
The one
has
that-
anyone
the
has
one-
anyone run this yet?
I've run in a turkey trot.
What do you?
before. So
no, I've run a turkey trot. Have you run in this?
no.
Because like, what are we? Like, what were we expecting afterwards? Do we have
Not-
anything?
Probably nothing.
You don't
at
think
all.
much?
No, I'd
A
be
medal,
surprised if
right?
we even get it.
You get
The
a
one
medal?
I've run
No,
before,
the
there was
email
no
said medal. The email
Oh,
did say medal.
We get a medal. That's cool.
Maybe a shirt.
Well, you get a
maybe-
shirt
you
You
today
get a shirt
when you check
to-
in.
when you
Oh, okay.
pack it. Yeah.
Maybe some bananas.
beanie, I
maybe
think,
some bananas afterwards.
Yeah, there's like water cups and
Yeah,
bananas
there might be some
usually.
stuff.
But
yeah.
no, it's literally like it's cool because like you just kind of show up, you run, you get out. It's like a quick morning
Yeah.
thing. You feel
So,
great afterwards.
5Ks, you don't like hang around. Now half marathon, you hang around mainly because you can't walk.
I don't hang around.
You don't hang around a half marathon?
Never run one.
Okay, we'll see.
Off the
That's,
scene.
Next
after
year.
you run a half
I'm running the
marathon,
10
the
miler
last thing you
next
want to
year.
do is walk a mile.
We
could
have ran it this year.
And died.
Wait,
No, we could have done it.
you could have ran what this
10
year?
miler.
I couldn't have. I don't know what you're talking
Well, we would have been training for the 10 miler.
Yeah, if you would
about.
have
Yeah, we
trained.
would have trained.
We
Yeah.
could have.
You guys were not
back
training
in
for a
March.
10 miler.
Back
Yeah.
in March, we said I was like, let's just run the 10 miler.
And
Or
I said
is it
no.
May?
Okay, first
It was
off,
May.
10 milers is not a thing, so I don't know what
It is a Virginia
Yeah,
10 miler.
yeah, Virginia 10
It's
miler.
a big deal.
It's like the biggest race around here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Virginia
It's a
10
big race
miler.
around.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Because
that's like the
normally
thing.
15K is like the next kind of big
No,
race,
yeah, it's the Virginia
Yeah,
10 miler.
Virginia-
which
10
is
miler.
9.3 miles.
Yeah.
I
That's
might have
what-
to get on this 10 miler. I've never done a 10 miler.
That's what we had said. Is like in May we were like
Let's do it next
started
year.
training, and I was like, "Hey, let's just train for the 10 miler."
Do it next
and
year.
Trevor's like, "Nah, like I want to run like a 5K fast."
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And now
smart.
here we are. We're not gonna run a 5K fast, and we're not running 10 miles.
Let's set it the goals next
I
year.
mean, I'm,
Next year we're
When
running
is
10
the
miler.
10 miler?
September.
That's good for me. I like that.
It's not good for you. It's in the middle of
No,
your
no,
Not too
I like it
cold.
though because it's warm.
Oh no, yeah, it's
Like
warm.
because when it
not
starts
too
getting
cold.
cold, it makes running outside very difficult.
yeah, tomorrow's
Well.
gonna be interesting with the weather.
I don't think it'd be bad. I
Prepare-
ran Saturday morning. I ran and it was 25 or 26.
You need to
The
prepare,
cold air is not nice to my lungs at all.
but you need to prepare
It
like
really kills me.
I think they say like 15 or 18 mile 20 degrees. I'll look it up. I'll send it to you guys.
What?
What?
They tell you to like dress it's like there's a number that you're supposed to dress higher for than what you actually. So you're not dressing for 30 degrees weather.
No.
You're
No,
dressing.
I'm wearing like I'll probably just wear a long sleeve shirt and sweatpants.
But you guys also apparently don't get affected by the cold, so you guys are fine. It's more about me.
33 degrees. Like I'm
It
not.
won't be bad.
I'm gonna be fine once I'm like a minute into the.
I mean, my face will be wrecked.
No, you're gonna
No.
warm up.
My lips are
No.
already
What?
chapped. My lips are
You're gonna
already
warm
chapped.
up.
You'll warm up so fast.
No, but my face will be wrecked. My ears will be
stretching is gonna be key. Very
Like if
key.
you flick my ears 2 miles in, they might fall off. Because I cannot run with the beanie.
Why not?
Why?
Because my head will just get so hot.
I ran with a beanie the other day.
I
It wasn't
won't.
bad.
I won't.
I won't tomorrow. But when it was 27 on or whatever it was on Saturday when I ran with a beanie.
Yeah.
I went beanie, long sleeve tee, sweatpants. I felt
The
great.
other play that you can do is you swing by like a Goodwill or something like that, and you pick up a couple articles of clothing, and then you just shed them.
You just leave them in the road.
Well, I mean, they have people. Like that's a thing for like
maybe
marathons
for,
and
yeah,
stuff.
for like a big race.
So yeah, I mean,
Pick up
someone's
a
gonna get them.
Christmas sweater. Or something.
Yeah, someone's gonna use them.
Yeah.
You're not like
I would
littering.
love to see you try to take off bikini like the tearaway pants.
Just running.
If you were like running beside me and I saw you do that, I would be busting up laughing.
Oh, that is my favorite thing about races is like all the characters that you see. Like,
Yeah.
is there gonna be a juggling guy that's like juggling the whole
I
time?
don't-
You can't lose to a juggling guy.
Can't lose to the juggling.
I
guy.
probably will.
Like I'm like taking the easy way out because like I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do like a couples race and I'm just gonna run with Kelsey. So like I'm taking the easy way out, but you guys don't have the easy
This is
way
the
out.
NBA finals for me.
You can't lose.
I'm here just to put. Okay, it's like we were
Can't
talking about
lose to
last night.
someone pushing a stroller.
It's like we were talking last night, where like it's a like there's team like Tour de France. They have like a team where like they're all trying to get one guy to win.
Okay.
Trevor's that
Are you
guy.
gonna let me draft off you for like the first 5 minutes?
Sure, whatever, and I'll push you past the finish line. I'll just like conserve my energy, so my last mile I can run like a 7-minute pace and catch you and push.
Are we what are we thinking of the festivities during the run? Are we gonna have like any live bands on the side?
No,
What?
surely not.
No, you're
No.
not.
Is there gonna be any
It's
sort
3
of,
miles.
is there gonna be any like people out there cheering us on around
Yeah.
like mile
There'll-
one?
yeah.
There'll be
there'll be
cheers.
people.
There'll be cheers.
I mean, there's gonna be volunteers handing out water probably every
during the
mile.
run? No,
You think it's just
it's a
It's a
5
You think
three-mile
it goes-
run. It's a 3-mile run.
The last turkey trot we did was in Frisco, and it was like around the town square, and they had like a lot of stuff going on.
I've
for
done the one I
5K.
did was in downtown in Pennsylvania, and like it was very like thousands of people were running. It's a very big deal, and like you run downtown, but they're not handing out water mid race for a 5K.
Really? You didn't have any volunteers or anything?
Yeah, there's volunteers
Why
like
would you
running
hand
the
out-
start of the race and like at the end of the race, but not in the middle because like
This one starts and ends at the same
it's
spot.
it's 3.1 miles.
Have y'all
Like,
not seen the map?
Nobody's dying out there.
I mean, they still had people handing out water and stuff and like cheering, and I think they did have a live band at one point.
There's
Yeah.
there was like a DJ and music at the start line for this.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Start line, finish
I'm bringing
line.
my headphones.
They did like the
Have to.
national. Yeah, absolutely.
I almost forgot to charge them.
You're a headphone runner.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't
you're
know
not?
that.
Yes.
Are you like earbuds or
You
over
got to
the
be
ear?
a psycho.
No, not headphone. Like
No, I'm saying like you like running with
I have
music.
to listen to music. Yeah.
It's added adrenaline.
I think it's I think
I
it's
play music that's like the speed I want to run.
I think it just depends on whether or not
So
you
like
ran
a
cross
orchestra.
country.
I'm gonna remake.
That's what I think. I think
well, I
if
guess
you
you're probably used to running without music.
I was gonna say I think it depends on how you started running, because like if you started running really early on in your life, you didn't run with headphones. Like if you started running in middle school or high school, you didn't wear.
I started
headphones.
running as like
Why would you not wear headphones in middle school?
I did like off ice training when I played hockey as like a 10-year-old, and I think
'cause
I ran
you're-
with headphones.
If you started running not to train for another sport, if you started running because of running, you didn't wear headphones.
Oh, like if you were running like cross country for high school or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Sure.
because obviously you're not wearing headphones in a cross country race. But that's what I think is like when you're doing training, like when you're running for other sports because of training, then for sure you're wearing headphones, you're working out with headphones.
Yeah, well, my thing is just like I
think
need
that's just
I
where-
need something to distract myself from what I'm doing,
yes.
or else I'll just be thinking, and then next thing I know, I'm running a 15-minute mile and I'm dead.
But see, that's the thing is I don't think
And
you
music.
I'm
you
gonna
would have trained
create-
yourself
I have to
early
put together.
on.
I need to put together a
I was gonna say,
playlist
I'm making
that's
a
gonna have my blood
playlist that's
pumping.
gonna like start with just something like fun, whatever, and then at
No.
the end I'm gonna have like Rap God blaring in my ears, so that I'm
Mine-
running
no,
to
mine
freaking
is
Eminem just going off.
Mine is gonna be just continuous, just chaos, just because I'm gonna need it.
So here's
I
the.
see, I think
I need to come
Kelsey-
out
this
the
is the
gates
map.
fast.
Kelsey slowly transferred from a headphones wear to not a headphones wear.
How do you guys run without headphones? So we start next to the high school.
better.
We go down that road, then up here, down that road.
Okay, so we're like next to
Here.
a high school, so there could be some
Back up to high
festivities
school.
here. There could be
You
some
could have
festivities.
conversation with your.
This is all the
race
parking.
mates.
I really hope that there's not a ton of elevation.
Like,
I
when
mean, I've been
you're-
training.
This is a hill,
how
and
what
this
kind
is
of
a
hill are
hill,
we talking about?
and
though?
this is a hill.
Are we going up or down?
So you start downhill, slide uphill,
Starting downhill is a terrible thing because
Yeah.
it's like it gets your
downhill.
motivation.
This whole thing right here is uphill,
how
That's a
much
long
uphill, though?
stretch.
downhill, and then uphill to finish.
uphill finish.
That stinks.
That's
Uphill finish stinks.
I mean that's like
that's brutal. That is the one thing about the
Then
one I
none of
used
them are
to run.
drastic hills.
That's good news.
But
one
they're
thing,
hills.
The one that I used to run, there was a pretty significant climb at one point, but then the home stretch was this big downhill. And it was awesome.
yeah you're
You
just
get that, you
flying.
round the corner, you see the finish line, and you just going downhill and you're just moving. It was awesome. Because that's when you like look at your watch and you're like, oh my gosh, if I want to hit my time, I need to just book it right now.
Yeah,
And
you can't really book it up a hill.
You can't book it up a hill.
No.
You're gonna die.
You will die.
So that's all the parking.
I hope it's a very steady incline.
They're very steady. This is the most gradual one here. What we finish on. This is the
It should be
steepest
fun
too.
though. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
That'd be a good time.
It'll be a good time. Work up a nice little appetite.
I'm gonna try to park at Levita
For
because
some
that's right next to the
pies.
start line, but there's no way that parking lot's gonna be full. It's
Ain't
a small
Oh yeah, we
parking
have
lot.
no idea where we're parking. We're just gonna show up, I guess.
You could run to there. and
Like a
then run the
warm-up?
race.
Warm up. Honestly, it might not be bad to have a little walk to the starting line. You can
How-
kind of like dynamic stretch on your way there.
What, are you guys doing?
Do you
like,
have to
game
check in
changer.
it all day of?
No.
no.
You just show up with your bib on
and
and
you're
you-
good. Yeah.
You're at so if you don't make it to the start line at 8,
Yeah, that's when your time is gonna suffer.
Well, no, because you're usually the way it works is your time.
So, like,
doesn't
what if I
start-
started
Your
at-
time doesn't start until your.
What if
bib
I started
crosses
at
the
9
start
o'clock?
well, your official time of like you can when you cross the when you start when you go across the start line, your bib will like and so you can go on and see and you'll have 2 times. You'll have like race time and official time. Official time is like gun goes off, blah blah blah. And this is more for like the big events, like the one that you did where there was thousands of people, because there is times where what you were saying, like a shotgun start. There's not really a shotgun start, but they basically say like, hey, if you have a chance of winning this half marathon, you're in the front.
Yeah.
If you're running this, blah, blah, blah. So like when me and Kelsey did the half, I think it was probably like almost 12 minutes. It took us to get from where we were in line to across.
Do you like start running?
No, you just walk. It's like a slow walk.
Do like
and then,
increments.
yeah, slow
So, like,
walk
if you
and
run
then
a
slow.
9-minute mile, you're in this
Yeah.
back of the line.
Did-
But like
just
how do they
imagine-
set that up is what I'm saying.
What do you mean how they said it?
Well, no, they just have people with like pace markers because they also have guys that will run. They'll hold like a sign up at the beginning, and it'll say like 9:30. So like when you're out running, like I knew. I mean, obviously we have watches that tell us how fast we're going, but our first mile, we're looking at the 9-minute guy in front of us, not that far, and we were planning on running 12-minute miles the whole
Yeah.
time. So I was like, we need to slow down, babe. Like, look at this guy's right here. So those guys are like in line. So you kind of just weasel your way to
This
where you
race-
feel. Like, are there some people that are like walking
That's what
in
I'm saying.
the front?
There's no way
Yes.
that person's there this race, right?
What?
No.
Someone
No,
run
no,
up-
no. There's
This
not.
race-
That's what I'm saying.
This race
This race
is
is
not
not going
gonna-
to
You know,
show up and
if
just run.
you're in the
Yeah.
back of the line here, it will take you probably 45
minute.
seconds to a
Yeah.
minute to get
Yeah,
to the
okay.
starting line.
It's
yeah,
not gonna be
we're
that
not,
big of a deal.
You're not having tens of thousands of people in this race.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would suck.
next year we could hype this thing up and have people flying for the turkey trot. Could be awesome.
Little foundation
bombard
turkey trot?
the turkey trot just have like all the foundation people.
We could do like a foundation. Yeah, we could hold our. I mean, is that kind of dirty to hold our own race
kinda dirty.
inside of someone else's
you
race?
have to like be able
No,
to close
no,
off.
do it inside,
some
it's fine.
place to run it too.
No,
Unless we
no,
did it
he's
con-
saying-
no, I'm
he's
saying
saying,
like
like-
we use the turkey
Oh,
trot
to have
as
our
our
own
race.
race. That
so
is
like
dirty, 'cause
people
they would
in
love
our.
As long as
This
we
one's
don't,
for
as long as people
charity.
don't pay us to
Yeah.
be
No,
in
no,
it.
no, no. We're
Yeah.
saying like
We just have a big group that runs.
we have a
the
big
race.
group and
Yeah,
we
no,
see
that's
everyone's
fine.
names and we kind of have a
Yeah,
little
I mean,
contest.
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's like we'll all be there tomorrow and
They'll
have,
make
like, a
their
little-
money.
That's true.
Yeah,
fine.
they're
Yeah,
getting
they
paid
got
either
their
way.
money.
Well, I didn't know if we like wanted to do like something like the winner gets $200 gift card and second place gets $150.
Because we'd get smoked.
They were getting killed.
No, we're not trying to win it ourselves.
Yes,
That's
we
kind
are.
of dirty. No, you give it to the people
You're
that
not
you know.
competitive enough, man.
I'm sure there's people watching this and they're just like, "Oh my god, I freaking run 5:30 minutes."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would smoke. They'd
these
smoke
guys.
the frick out of us. I'll be happy if I am close to a 9-minute mile tomorrow. I'm
I
happy.
don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow for me.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about pies though, real quick.
No, I want to talk about.
What
No,
the
I need to
heck?
bring
Whoa,
this up. I need to bring this
whoa.
up.
I just want to
I
talk.
need to bring this up first because I need Trevor's opinion on this because he didn't text me back this morning. It was ridiculous.
Well,
Oh,
I
my
saw
comment?
your
Comment last night.
I
That
saw
was a
it.
fair comment.
That was not a
No,
fair
that
comment.
was just pretty disgusting.
So his comment.
After thinking about it, was
No,
disrespectful.
after his
not even
comment.
true at
His
all.
comment
It's not
was
true.
after watching me play golf, my golf swing made him think I was like it was the least athletic thing he had seen. Is what he said. He said my golf swing was the least athletic thing you'd
Wait.
seen.
No, I
That
think I
cannot
said
be
no.
true.
I think I said something along the lines
said-
of like, "What if of all I've ever seen
Watching
you
Hunter
do?"
swing, I would have said he was the worst athlete I've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
That's so
If
not
I've
true.
never seen you do anything else and I saw your golf swing, I would have thought you were the worst athlete of all time.
That-
yeah, like that's ridiculous.
That's
The
ridiculous.
worst athlete of all time.
You
That's the
clearly-
part that I exaggerated. I called Kelsey afterwards and I said, "Hey, I said something to Hunter last night. I kind of over exaggerated it."
Yeah, she's getting caught in the crossfire because I told him that
She's ready for it though.
he said that I'm gonna have to play Kelsey at some point, anyways. And so
Oh
I said,
my gosh.
I said
Who has
that's
to
fine.
film that?
I said that's fine. Y'all too. I said that's
Well,
fine.
we'll have Connor film it because we're commentating.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
I said that's fine. But here's what's on the line: is if
we
I
can't
beat
we can't help either one of them.
if I beat Kelsey, Brodie has to on camera say Kelsey is the worst athlete he's ever
I
seen.
told Kelsey that too, and she said I'll take that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. And if I lose to Kelsey,
I honestly don't know. what
then I'll
happened.
just I'll just leave it. I'll drop it
I,
because I'm not.
that
dropping
was
it.
a ridiculous statement.
That's a ridiculous
No,
statement.
it's very
And he's
over
backing that up.
Hunter
It's
to
very
me
over
has a swing of a guy who doesn't play golf but is athletic enough to at least like make competent things happen on the golf course.
I'm not even gonna get into this argument, but we did have a little bit of argument of like the hardest sport, and like Paul
Yeah.
just at the very end was like, "Well, I think disc golf's harder than golf," and I was like, "Okay, we're
Yeah, you saw Brodie's brain.
just-
He saw Brodie's
just
brain
tried-
just like
he-
reset
He
in that
tried
moment.
to
was pretty
sneak it
funny.
in. Like we had like a 30-minute conversation about hockey, baseball. Granted, hitting a baseball is probably one of the more difficult things in all sports, but being a good baseball player doesn't just require you to hit a good baseball. There are people.
Well, that's why that argument's impossible.
Yeah, there are people that suck at hitting a baseball that are good baseball players because they can pitch really well.
Okay,
That-
so then
that-
you
that
just have to be able to
breaks-
throw 96 miles an hour with pinpoint accuracy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Which
it's
is
the
also
same thing
very
with
hard.
like NFL.
No, I
basketball.
mean there's tons of things that are hard. Yeah, but I'm just
It's just
I love that. I
you
love
just
the
can't
argument.
compare. You're
I'm
comparing
just saying, I
apples
thought
to
it was
oranges.
funny because we
Saying
never brought up disc golf in the whole conversation.
saying disc golf is harder than golf is the most ridiculous thing I've ever.
And then it was just snuck in. at the
How he
very
said
end.
it is.
He said
how he said it.
himself. He's like I feel like if I didn't.
Oh, he said he's like I never really play golf, but like it comes way easier. to
He
me than
says
disc
that
golf.
because he can go out and break 90 on any
No, he
given
can't.
day.
I literally asked him. Right now, if you went out and played golf, what would you shoot? And he said he would shoot like 95 or 98.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I played golf with Paul once. It was last summer, and he hadn't played in a long time, and he played plenty well enough to break 90. So I think what he does, I think maybe what he doesn't get is that yes, because he is very athletic, he can get to the point where he can break 90 very easily. He doesn't realize that breaking 80 is 100 times harder, and then breaking 70 is a million times
I would
harder.
also consider breaking 90. You're not good at golf.
If you can break
That's just
90, if you
ridiculous.
can break 90, you're a solid golfer.
I think
That's
you.
like-
I
that's
don't think you have an
like most-
I
appreciation
think
for
solid,
how bad
golfer
golfers-
is no. I do.
If you're
Mo-
breaking, because if you're
most
breaking
golfers
80,
don't break 100.
if you're breaking 80,
Yeah.
you're a play. Like you are legit a player. Like you're
No.
good. if
Yeah,
you're
that's what.
breaking 80.
That's to me. That's.
I'm
to
saying
me,
if you
that's-
break 90, you're solid.
Yeah, but a lot of this again, golf's a weird one too, because like,
like,
I don't want to get to pies.
not really
Okay,
important.
pies.
just-
This was
I
a big
can't believe that
conversation.
comment was even made.
I want to know your top 3 Thanksgiving pies. Like you show up to a Thanksgiving meal, people are bringing a bunch
This
of
is
stuff.
specific to Thanksgiving. though.
Yes,
not
the
just
Thanksgiving. What pies are you wanting to see there? And then give top 3 pies that you want to see there, and give me your number 1 pie that if you see it, you're like, wow, someone brought that.
Oh, I don't even
Oh,
know if that
boy.
exists.
Oh, really?
But
Interesting.
pumpkin pie is number 1 because I typically don't see it other times of the year, and I love pumpkin pie. So like on
love that.
Thanksgiving, I need to see pumpkin pie. So, but beyond that, I don't really equate. There are pies that I equate with Thanksgiving, but not one I love a ton. So like, I'll just go to like 2 of my other like favorite pies, which would be blueberry pie. Love blueberry pie. And then I think you need a good apple pie on Thanksgiving. So I'll throw that one in there too.
Good one.
Blueberry's kind of dark horse. I don't know if I've ever seen a blueberry
love
pie at
blueberry
Thanksgiving.
pie.
I love blueberry pie. I don't think I've seen one at Thanksgiving. But I would not be opposed to seeing one.
So here's the thing about
Worst pie.
there's no such thing as worst pie in my mind as far as like one
Oh,
that
there
I'm not.
is.
My
Yeah.
thing is there's
Silas,
a lot of
I agree.
pies. So like pecan pie or pecan pie. If you guys you're down from down here, I guess. But
I say pecan pie.
Okay.
I say pecans.
So
But I
that's
say
weird.
pecan pie.
that pie is really really good. It's a delicious pie.
You just
however,
broke Brodie's heart.
pie.
it is too rich.
No, there's no such thing.
It's
as
too rich, so that's why I don't typically.
talking about
opt for
desserts.
it.
You know, it's a
No.
good like pot or cake that's rich but not terrible. Is like a carrot cake. Like that's very
Carrot cake's
rich
good.
and it's
Pecan
good.
pie
pretty dense.
is
Pecan
like
pie is
it's-
not good.
It's
ridiculous.
objectively it's like brown sugar and
See,
like
you can't make statements anymore because the
I
golf
can say
statement,
statements.
the golf statement just
No, I
invalidates
said
everything that comes out of your mouth.
No. I said that was over exaggerated.
But it came out of
that
your
was
mouth.
in the
Now-
heat of the moment.
Is
That was
it
in the
good
heat
to-
of
It
the
is the
moment.
heat of the moment.
Is
So
that-
the
no.
pecan pie that's over exaggerated.
No,
Heat of the moment.
I'm saying the same thing I said last night. I would not have said that.
You
same
said this
statement.
last night.
I know, but I'm not. But now I'm not in the heat of the moment. I'm realizing I over exaggerated.
It's ridiculous.
Brody, maybe what you need to
The
do
slander's just gone
is
too
go
far.
to
I'm gonna hit
the
so many golf
people
balls, my hands are
that
gonna
make
fall
the
off.
good apple pie.
Oh, and try their pecan pie? You think I'm
try
going to spend
theirs.
money on that trash?
I don't know,
Oh
man.
my gosh.
I'll buy it
Sounds
for
like
you.
just don't like.
Maybe
pecans.
Maybe I'll start a Kickstarter for me to try pecan pie
From the good place.
for the good place.
The thing is, I heard through the grapevine that my mother-in-law is making pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah,
oh
my mom's made that.
goodness, that
And
sounds
Wait,
so
that's a
good.
thing?
Yeah,
it's
and that
incredible.
sounds even better than
It's incredible.
pumpkin
It's like
pie.
my
Sounds
mom,
electrifying.
that pumpkin
I love
roll I
that.
was always
Sounds
talking
so
about.
good.
Yeah.
So my mom always makes a pumpkin roll that's like pumpkin cake with
Yeah.
cream cheese
Oh,
icing.
yeah.
It basically tastes like that if you were to put that into a
Yeah.
pie.
I'm-
It's like
I'm
cream
very
cheese
much
and
looking
pumpkin.
forward to
It's
that.
incredible. It's incredible.
That's a game changer.
I mean, cheesecake's one of my all-time
I
favorites.
love cheesecake.
Oh,
Dessert.
yes. Cheesecake
love
is great.
cheesecake. Are you
I
kidding
have
me?
to have a thick crust though.
He has to have
Don't-
it. Oreo cheesecake.
I
That's
mean,
incredible.
From Cheesecake Factory. I mean, that's really the only
Any
place you can get an
cheesecake.
Oreo cheesecake.
No, it's not.
No,
You can
no
Simply
way.
Vanilla right down the street.
Who?
Simply Vanilla.
It's in the mall.
And no, there's one right across the street.
There's
from
one
me.
right across the street.
Is that the place that you told me like they have those little bites?
Maybe I don't know.
Where's it? You go and you get like little bites of stuff.
You can. Their cheesecake's incredible.
I tried something there, wasn't that impressed.
Ooh.
Did you-
There's
no way you have a cheesecake.
Double rivalry.
I'm willing to guarantee you to not get a cheesecake.
He's willing to
there.
make 100. Are you really? This is the guy who just said pecan pie just isn't good. So like, are you really willing to make guarantee?
No, but
Silas
it's a
also
cheesecake. No,
agrees
it's
with
a
me. Silas
cheesecake.
agrees with me.
No, I don't think it's good.
Yeah, Silas agrees
No,
with
but
me.
it's a cheesecake.
I'm not a fan.
A
Of what?
Pecan pie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
not-
say pecan, but that's fine.
Pecan.
Pecan.
I
both
think the
trash.
worst
Toucan.
pie is
Toucan
sweet
fam.
potato pie.
I thought you were going to
pie
go.
and
Sweet
shut
potato
my
pie
mouth.
is not really good pie,
Nah,
but I
It's
thought you
not-
were going to
it's
go.
more of a- it's not
Wait,
really
I
a
gotta look-
pie though. Sweet
gotta
potato
look-
pie is more of like a side dish.
I'm gonna try to look through pies.
It,
Wait,
it
there
straddles
is-
the line between.
There is
sweet
a
and
really
savory.
weird pie
Because like sweet potato dishes are typically pretty good.
that I
Okay.
think is bad.
In the
Oh, lemon
comments.
meringue. Lemon meringue would be my least favorite pie.
That pie
I
sucks.
Really?
like-
You don't like?
I like lemon.
I don't
I
like
like
it.
lemon.
It's too.
Look, if I want-
it
What
hurts
about
your
key
cheeks.
lime?
It
Yeah.
hurts your cheeks.
Yeah, if I want a dessert, I want
It's
it to be
called-
like
Hunter, what
sweet
about
and
key lime?
rich. Key lime's in the same category.
Oh, key lime is so.
Man,
They're both in the same category.
Yeah.
I don't want something that like turns my mouth inside out when I'm eating a pie. Like too much acidity. I like acidity in my coffee, not my pies.
Wait, there's a really weird pie.
Rhubarb.
Strawberry rhubarb. It's good pie.
I've never had it.
Chess. Is it chess?
Chess pie. I've heard
Is
of
that
that.
what I'm
I've
thinking
heard
of?
that.
I've never heard of it.
Is that the pie that's like, why is that even a thing?
What is chess pie?
You're thinking about a shepherd's pie?
No, chess pie is a
That's how you
thing.
go.
No, chess
Chicken
pie's got
pot
like a
pie.
weird-
I think
Yeah.
that's the one that's like. What is that?
Chess pie. What is this? Why do they call it a chess pie? A cook on a plantation. Ass. Wait, that doesn't tell me.
That looks incredible.
Mm,
Looks like a cheesy, like cream cheese pie.
Cheesy cream cheese
It just
pie.
sounds like cheesecake in a pie form. I think you'd love that.
maybe it's the name that's like throwing me off. I'm searching what's the worst pie.
Shoe fly pie.
Brody, have you ever had banana pudding?
He loves banana pudding.
Banana pudding is my all-time favorite.
Remember, he's gonna make you banana bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Banana
I didn't know if you
pudding-
like banana
Do you like
If you-
banana bread with nuts in it?
No,
Thank you.
Really?
chocolate chips.
Okay, see, I'm a walnut.
Oh.
I'm a walnut and chocolate
that's-
chip.
I personally.
You don't like chocolate chip banana bread?
It doesn't need it.
Yes,
It
it
doesn't
does.
It doesn't need
It's
it, but it
just
makes
like
it.
pancakes.
It makes it
enhances
better.
the
Pancakes
flavor.
don't need chocolate chips.
Yes,
Just-
they
They don't
do.
need them.
It's
They
an
don't
Yes,
need
they
them, but
do.
it's better when they have
They're
them.
so much better when they have them.
I
It's
just feel like
chocolate.
there's some things that just
it's
don't
it's
need
the
it.
same thing as like pizza. Last night we were saying like if I walk into a party and there's a Hawaiian pizza is the only option, I'm happy with it. But if there's cheese, I'm getting the cheese instead. If I walk in and there's just plain pancakes, I'm happy.
Right.
But if there's chocolate chips, I'm getting the chocolate chip
More
pancakes.
times than not, yes.
Yeah.
I
Banana
actually
bread, I
might not
guarantee
eat-
you I'm getting
I
it.
If
might
there's,
not
a,
eat
if
it.
there's banana bread and I cut into it and it's not doesn't have chocolate chips, I'm like, meh. If there's
I'm
chocolate
still
chips,
eating.
But
I'm
it's
eating the whole
okay.
loaf. No, it's still decent.
Yeah.
chocolate chips just make
chocolate,
it so much
chocolate and
better.
peanut
Right.
butter and banana are just like three things that go together and are beautiful.
You know what you need?
What do I need?
There's at Food Line, I believe, or it might be Kroger. There's frozen bananas that are dipped in peanut butter and then dipped in chocolate.
Oh,
And
no
they're frozen
way.
and they're just in the freezer section.
That sounds amazing.
So you bite in, it's like a layer of hard chocolate, then peanut butter around a banana.
Wow.
Sounds great.
And they're little bites. They're like this big.
This guy's still trying to uncover the mystery of chess pie.
No, there's like some pie that has like a weird the top. Someone in the comments will let me know. It has like a weird top of where like you're just like, what is that?
Hunter, what's your favorite pie?
My favorite all time chocolate.
Favorite.
Pork pie.
Chocolate
That's gotta
pie.
be one of the worst
That's-
pies.
that's-
there.
That's
But
a
that's a
savory
savory
pie. That's a
thing.
different thing. That's like a pumpkin. That's like a pot pie, a chicken pot
Yeah.
pie.
I probably would love that, but not for dessert.
Yeah,
Do you like
not a
shepherd?
dessert.
Have you ever had shepherd's pie?
That's like the mashed potato one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a or KFC
Pretty good.
famous bowl.
pretty much. Just more organized.
Are you going to KFC today for lunch?
Yeah.
No,
what do we
never.
do?
I did sign a petition verbally to not have sheets for the rest of the year.
I
Well,
mean,
we kind of are all on that.
Yeah,
page.
Yeah, no,
we're okay with that.
We left sheets last week.
Yeah,
oh,
we're not-
fantastic.
yeah.
Sheets is like $15 a time you walk in there.
We've been going to just like other restaurants.
I saw someone comment and
Okay.
they were like, "Man, dude, Foundation needs to make some more money if they're saying $15 is expensive for fast food. It doesn't matter how much
No.
money you
What?
have.
Yeah,
Me
it
and
doesn't-
Hunter
$15 is expensive for
Yeah,
fast
yeah,
food.
Me and
it-
Hunter went to KFC and spent $15
For
between
both
the
of us.
two of us.
Yeah. It's just that fast food shouldn't be $15 for a meal.
It's because it's Sheets is a gas station.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you
Gas
shouldn't walk
stations
into
are
a
always
gas station and
expensive,
spend
yeah.
$15 for some chicken nuggets.
Oh my gosh, when I was in Pennsylvania, gas was like $3.70.
That's low,
$3.29
right?
here. No, it's
It's
No,
like
$3.20.
that's
$3.19
high.
here.
I think it was like 4.30 in Hawaii.
That would
That
make
doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it's
would that
Hawaii.
make sense? That would make sense.
I think it was really expensive.
Yeah.
I think Kauai is potentially
It
one of the
cost
most
me like
expensive
$70
Okay,
to
do
fill
you
up,
remember
I
when people
cried.
called Kawhi Leonard Kauai?
No.
All right, well, maybe it was just a Ryan Shoemate thing.
I think it was just one guy.
No, he didn't. That was like a different thing. Don't
No, but he
was
said
like-
it about Kawhi Leonard too.
Okay. It was definitely a Ryan show.
It was just a Ryan thing.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I
He
stand
was
corrected.
trying to convince me that.
I
no,
could've
that
swore
was
it
like
was a trick.
thing.
That was Ryan just being goofy Ryan.
All right, it's just Goofy Ryan.
I was
Never
like,
mind.
I
Shout out
don't think I've
Ryan.
ever heard that.
I could have swore it was a thing.
Ryan is just a funny guy.
Yeah, I could have swore it was a bigger thing.
Schumacher.
But
That's
Trevor
from, like, a
would have
movie.
known if it was a bigger
No,
thing
yeah, it
because we
was a
were.
Ryan thing.
It was so it must have just been a Ryan thing. It just felt bigger to me.
Kauai. Let me see your hang loose.
No.
We
Thank
all
you.
we
Doesn't
all
it feel like you're being trapped into
we
something?
all
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
all did it. We all did it. Last
We all did it last night because
Yeah, well,
Brodie
Hunter's
started.
done it unironically before.
I told him the story.
Yeah, it was a good story.
You can tell the story since they haven't
I-
heard.
Well, there's some. Which video is it?
One at Lynchburg College.
Yeah, there's a video out there somewhere where Hunter like
Someone find me the clip.
unironically did a hang loose at the end of a video, and like immediately the second his hands went up,
I
he
told Connor
regretted
to
it.
edit it out, and
Well,
he
yeah,
didn't.
he was never gonna do that. I'm surprised he didn't put a lay on you and like a hula skirt. Like it was very funny.
Was it the outro or the intro?
outro.
That Hunter.
One of my roommates did that.
No, that you were like grinding on for like 15 minutes trying to figure out. I think it was the intro of maybe it was like the first videos that I was in. You were trying to figure out how to start the video.
What?
Do you not remember this? I have this in my memory for some reason. And you're trying to figure out like what to say.
Like when we were shooting a video?
Yes.
Was
you-
it when we came up with What's Good Foundation Nation?
Yes. But like we had other ideas and you were saying them.
I remember that.
You were saying
I-
some of them. I wish those lost files were somewhere because some of them were like hilarious that you'd say something and be like, I can't say that. I'm trying to remember what
What's
it
Good
was.
Foundation Nation was one that I said, and I was like, that's so cringe. I can't ever say that again.
and here we are.
And here we are.
But see, it's not really that.
It's not cringe once it's built up.
Yeah.
The first time I said it, it felt like I was like, what's good, Jake Paulers?
Yeah.
It felt awful.
All of this stuff, when you get into this like YouTube game and the podcast game, it all feels cringe at the beginning because nobody's really watching.
Yeah, exactly. If no one watches what you do, it's the cringiest thing on earth.
And then eventually you build an audience and it's like we're a part of something and they all like are in on it.
Yeah, we're all
in on one big
we all
joke.
cringe together.
Yeah.
That is kind of wild. Like if you just want to start social media, you're making a video and you're like, 5 people might watch this. And
Yeah.
I'm probably one of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We've
my
all-
mom's the
we've
other.
all been
Shout out to
there.
all my
when
fans.
Griplock started, we were live streaming, and there was 6 of us, and it was literally my mom, Lizzie, Zach's mom, Zach's wife, and then we had
So you're just
my
FaceTiming.
in-law. One of my in-laws would watch.
You were just doing
Yeah.
a group FaceTime call.
Basically, and then like 1 or 2 people would pop in. 1 or 2 people would pop in or out. Like if we got like above 7 or 8 people, we'd be like, "Oh shoot, we don't know everyone watching right now."
Yeah. That
Like it was like a
is-
thing of like
that's
I
awesome.
vividly remember like Griplock episode 1 and 2. We'd talk about it after. I'd be like, we just have to put our head down, like not pay attention to like there's
Humble
only 5 people.
beginnings.
I was like because it'll grow eventually,
Yeah.
That's right.
and eventually started growing.
I think
Beginnings, Manscaped.
I think
Like we're waiting. Hydro Jug.
I
Also,
think
thank
my
you.
Leave that out. We can't be giving free advertising.
I'm just
That's put that on the list though.
there was definitely a time too where like YouTube used to update like very very quickly because it was weird. They went from like a very quick update views wise, and then they went to like the 301 pause of where it just stood on 301 for a full day and then updated. And now it's like it like updates like it's backlogged, but it does update
like a few hours
bit.
behind.
Yeah. But when it was updating at the very beginning, like super frequently, you would just like refresh to like see the number. And it was like the most devastating thing is like when the number was like, let's say 117 views and you like wait 5 minutes and you refresh, it's 118. You're just like,
That was me.
I'm the one view. It was so devastating. But yeah, that's right. Social media is a weird thing, man, because you're literally doing it.
In order to start, you have to just be like really consistently posting to no one.
Yeah, it's a wild thing to think about, but it's true. Like podcasts might be the saddest thing of all time.
You're just talking to no one.
Because at least, well, no, Twitch too. Twitch might be the saddest
Twitch
thing.
is brutal.
Twitch might be the worst
You're just
thing.
playing video games.
Because you're literally streaming to no one.
Yeah.
Like at least if you do like a Facebook stream or an Instagram stream.
That's why Mr. Beast did that thing where he went into like streams with nobody in there and was just dropping like $10,000 donations.
Well, I think there were some people.
No, some of them he
Some
like
of them
he
not.
sorted by
Zero.
lowest viewers.
Literally
There'd be
had
like
zero.
That
one
was the whole
person.
point.
or
That's what I'm
zero
saying. There
people.
was some had like I'm saying they had
Some had like
people.
4 people. Others though, literally he was the
He
viewer.
went into people with 0 viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the whole goal of the video.
I used to do that. I used to try to whatchamacallit,
Raid.
no, not raid, but like you go into someone
Host?
that has like 15 or 20 viewers and you just say something in the comments and you just see what happens.
That's funny.
And then all of a sudden the goal was like without having to do much to see if you can completely change, like they're talking about some life story and you just say like, hey, what's good everybody? And then you just see if you can completely change their stream to like talking about who the heck is, because when you're verified too, like it clicks. So then everyone just starts asking questions like, who the heck is this verified person?
That's
in
pretty
a
funny.
15, yeah. This is what you do when
It's
you're
grassroots PR right
what-
there.
It was Dark Horse. I
Grassroots.
wonder if anyone ever followed me because of that.
Probably, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Grassroots. Somebody's
Probably
going to do
not.
it.
Back in the day, trick shots, like it's like you either loved them or you hated them. I think that's probably how it is still today.
Who hates trick shots?
That's just your life.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. It is what it is. I had someone tell me yesterday on Instagram that I need to be more approachable.
You're pretty scary.
Like in what way?
They said that like they've seen me countless times turn down fans from autographs.
Yeah.
Was that when the Pro Tour was telling y'all couldn't?
No.
It's
the
either-
only time you ever turn on autographs is like you're going to add up your score at USDGC and you're like, hey, just wait outside and after the round.
The only autograph, the only autograph I know 100% I turned down and then never ended up signing that person was it was a B tier in Dallas. My name had just gotten called. It was this guy James Blanton put on pretty good tournaments. He did like feature cards, which I think were illegal. I don't think he was like getting approval by the PDGA. He would just do feature cards for his like B tiers. So, he's got the announcing and all that stuff. So he said try to make it legit, which is
He called your name and somebody asked for your autograph.
So he called my name and I'm walking up to the T pad and a guy, it's a B tier, so there's no ropes or anything. A guy runs up to me and puts like a disc in front of me. He's like, "Hey, can you sign this?" And I'm like, I'm about to tee off, man. I can't sign this right now. I'm about to tee off. And then he proceeds to like walk back and like cuss me out, get in his buddy's car, and then like fly off. And I'm like, well, clearly that wasn't like a true fan.
That's a hit piece right there.
If you can just switch the tape that quick, right? So that's the only autograph that
That was that guy.
is in my
You need to be
head.
more
Yeah.
approachable.
That's like burned in my head that like I didn't sign right then and there, and then I never like made the time to sign at some point. But you're right. Like if I'm literally just finished a round and I have to like try to figure out what my score is, probably not a good time for me to sign an autograph. I know players do it. I've seen players do it. Should they? No. Like you're in the process of trying to make
Yeah,
sure
you're still
everyone's
finishing
score
up
is
your
right.
round.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a little tangent.
No, yeah, I mean, it's fair.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I got
You
that tangent.
Well, you were just saying you either like him or hate him.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
And
what
you
it
said you
is.
need to be more approachable.
I need to
That's
be.
fair.
Maybe we can do a series of Trevor trying to make me more approachable. I feel like I'm fairly
I
approachable.
did the other day. So the other day I was
Not
in
approachable.
Home Depot and I was looking at TV mounts. and me and my wife were just in Home Depot looking at TV mounts, and a Home Depot
You get a
worker.
new TV?
No, we just moved furniture around in our bedroom. So like,
Dang, dude.
we went from not needing a mount because it was on one dresser to needing a mount because it was on a much shorter dresser.
Mount game is definitely the
And so
game.
we were just looking at, we were just trying to find, do we
They're
want a
so
TV mount
annoying
that
to
swivels
install,
out,
though.
or do we
My
want one just like
gosh.
flat against, blah, blah, blah.
So annoying to install.
And so we were just looking at that, and a Home Depot worker walks around the corner, and it was like,
Do you
hey,
wanna-
do you
wanna-
need
pro
any
tip,
help?
If you actually have you bought the mount yet?
Yes.
Can't help you then. I was gonna say because if you buy a mount online versus in store, you will save hundreds of dollars.
I spent $25
Okay, then good job.
on a mount.
Good on you then.
I hope your TV
I
doesn't
don't think
fall.
I could have saved hundreds of
No,
dollars.
because like if you go to
Jeez.
one time I went to Best Buy,
oh, never go to
$25?
Best Buy.
I'm an
TV
idiot.
just collapsed.
Ever
Yeah, I
walk
feel
into
like the
Best
mount
Buy.
needs to be at least like 10% of what the TV's value is. Like
No,
if you have
it's
a
a
$1,000
fixed
It just has to be
TV,
great.
It's a fixed
It
amount.
just has to be graded.
If you have
for
a
weight.
$1,000 TV, your mount needs to be like
This
100.
TV says it could
Yeah.
hold. It could be
If
up to
it's-
like 90 inch
If
TV.
it says if it holds the weight and it breaks your TV, yes, guess what? They're buying you a new TV.
yeah, it says it could hold a 90 inch TV. I have a
Right.
45 inch TV or 55 or 60.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Somewhere
just a
there.
fixed one though.
Yeah, it's just a fixed mount. So it's the cheapest mount you
Yeah,
can buy.
those are easy to install.
Not the point of the story. I'm
me the point.
looking at the mount. A Home Depot guy walks around the corner and is like, hey, do you need any help? I'm like, no, just trying to pick out a mount. Oh, I already got it. He goes, okay. He kind of walks away, but stood there.
Mhm.
Like 2 seconds later, he goes, hey, I know you. And I'm in Lynchburg. I've been in Lynchburg my whole life. So I'm thinking like, oh, shoot, I must have played basketball against the guy or something. So I just look up,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't recognize this guy at all.
Yikes.
I just look up at him. I'm like, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, I watch your videos all the time. I'm like, oh, sweet. Like, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And then, like, he didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I was like, looked at it. I was like, and I looked back down. And he walks away, and Liz goes, you're so rude.
No.
I was like, what was rude? She's like, ask his name or something. Like, go beyond. I was like, I was looking for a TV. Like, I was like, I told him, thanks for watching the channel. Like, what
Hunter's a mean guy. If you approach
was like,
me
what
in
else
public,
was I
I'll give you a free
approachable?
coupon.
I was
at
like, what
least.
else was I supposed to? I was like, what else was I supposed to do? She's like,
It is a weird. It's a weird situation,
I was like,
right?
'cause I wasn't trying to like start up a whole conversation of like,
No.
oh, how long you been playing disc golf? How long you been watching channel? Like,
This
I'm trying to,
guy.
pick
trying to buy a
I'm
mount.
trying to buy
This
my
guy
TV mount. It
is
wasn't.
just-
He didn't do it. He didn't say I was rude.
This guy, man.
He didn't like.
He
None of
might,
it.
he might be
stuck up.
writing hit pieces on Foundation now.
He's
though.
just
Not
too big,
approachable.
too
Right.
big.
No, like
Man, if you'd asked Hunter a year ago in Home Depot, he would have gave you his life story. He'd have poured out his heart.
no,
to
I
you.
would have said the exact same thing. Guys, I still, but
Clemson
Liz was like,
changed you,
Liz
man.
did tell me, she's like, you need to ask people their name and like talk to them a little bit more.
Clemson changed you.
And I was like, hush up. And I was like, okay, I mean, I will. I just never, like, it never crossed my mind because like if someone tells me they watch your videos, I'm like, oh, thanks so much. And if they have something else to say about the videos, like,
It's a
I'll
weird
talk, but,
situation.
like, if-
yeah,
if
it's a
it's
weird
done, then I'm
situation
like-
because like you're in the mode of like trying to find them out.
Yeah.
Everyone's been there where you're like you're grinding on what the heck am I trying to buy, and then someone throws you off. If you don't know who that person is, you kind of go right back to like, oh, okay, sweet man, take care, and you go back to grinding
Yeah.
and trying to pick them
yeah,
out.
I did. I still looking back at the situation, don't feel like I was rude. But Lizzie, like immediately, he walked on the corner and she like hit me on the shoulder.
That
like,
guy
you were so
unsubscribed
rude.
for sure.
I was like, how was I rude?
I think we need to go back to the Home Depot and find him.
If I need to.
Yeah, man, you
That
gotta
was-
apologize.
That was
Yeah.
the first time that like I've been recognized like
it's
not
weird, like,
in
do
town
you-
for a disc golf tournament, not at a disc golf course, just like in a random store.
Well, it happens a lot.
Well, not
Whenever
yet.
you go there, it happens a lot.
Not yet.
But do you know how like it is weird because it's like
I think that's why it caught me.
because
so
like
off
what do you
guard.
do like when they're not saying anything? Do you
I
go
got
like,
recognized at the Ace.
do you go, hey,
hardware
you want me to sign
around here.
something from you? You want me to take a photo? Like that's awkward. To
Yeah.
me, that's more awkward.
That's way
when
more
you,
awkward.
When you try to initiate, like, oh, you're a fan of me. Let's take a picture. Like that, you can tell when like someone has their phone out and it's already in like camera mode.
Yeah.
And they're nervous to ask you for a photo. You can then be like, oh, let's take a selfie to make it like whatever. But like that guy might be like, no, dude, I'm working. What the
Yeah,
heck?
just thought it was cool that you were there.
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
you get like throw it back on you, and then you're like, oh, well, I feel like a douche. Like I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Like it.
I mean, I could have sure asked his name and like talked to him for a little bit more.
The struggles of stardom.
But, like,
I
I
think we
left
need to
it-
do a PR of like, hey,
I left
you're
it just
internet
like-
famous. This is how you handle situations.
I left
should
it for
bring
like
someone
if
in.
he wanted to
Michael
bring something
Scott.
back up. I was like,
That didn't
sat for a
make
second, I was
any
like,
sense.
No, like
and went back down.
this would be a Michael Scott thing that he would have like a full
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint of like how to.
PowerPoint.
All right, would you say you got recognized an ace?
Yeah, the local one. It was like
How did it go?
I walked in.
Did your wife
and-
slap you?
No, she wasn't there. I don't even remember.
Already
what I
better
was-
than mine.
I don't even remember what I was buying, but the guy it was like one of the guys that's kind of at the front to like just like right when you walk in, just be like, hey, can I help you with anything? And I think a lot of times I think he was kind of one of just like I'm walking by and he goes, hey, like, what's up, Foundation Nation? Like, I watched the videos. I was like, oh man, awesome. And then like it was just like a kind of a passing by
So it's
thing.
the exact same thing that happened to me.
But it was
You
a
were
little
stationary.
It was
I was
you were
stationary.
stationary.
I was
That makes it
stationary.
harder.
Makes it harder.
Because you weren't like I was moving somewhere.
So he can just do like, oh, sweet man, because he's already in the process.
Yeah.
I will say I got recognized for the first time.
Hey, Silas, let's go.
It was at the Liberty East course.
All
Heck
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
wow.
sick.
Look at him go.
Look at you, man.
He's on 4 podcasts this week. He didn't be recognized so much.
What
next
you
week.
guys need to really, really worry about is when you start getting the hey, like just the awkward like yelling, but they don't say your name.
So you don't know if they're talking.
So again, you're in this weird state of like, do you want to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so popular?
You
that
assume that they know who you
they
are.
100%. So then you turn and you're like, hey, what's up, man? And then they're like, what? I'm not talking to you, right?
Yeah.
So you want to do that route, or you assume like if they knew who you were, they would say your name or something.
That happened to me at
I'm going to
USDGC.
keep walking, and then you all of a sudden get a hit piece on you because someone yelled "Hey" and you didn't give them the time of the day. Something to think about.
At
Not
USDGC,
approachable.
that happened, and how I handled it was someone said, "Hey," and I turned around, my phone in my hand. I was very intentional because I was like,
Wow.
My initial thought was like I knew who said it, and he was walking behind me for a little bit, so I didn't know who he was. I just knew there's only one person behind me, and so like, but there's several people in front of me. So I assumed he was talking to me, but I didn't want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
So I just acted like I needed to turn around and go the other way. So like he's behind me, he said, "Hey." So I turned around like this. I like looking down my phone, looked up at him, and then he's looking at me. I'm like, "Oh, how's it going?" Because then I'm like,
That's actually a
worst
great
case
move.
scenario.
You're just going the other way.
Worst case scenario, just going the other way. And I see someone looking at me. I'm like, "How's it going?" And then he stopped me, and he was yelling at me. He was saying, "Hey,
There
what's
you
up?"
go.
That's a good
Pro
one.
move.
So that was,
I like
that was just
that.
my strategy. So then, because
Wow.
my next
Maybe
move,
you should be teaching.
my
the
next move was
course.
gonna be like, "How's it going?" And I was gonna put my phone up to my ear like I was getting a phone call. If he like didn't recognize me at all,
Okay, that's so
That's-
outrageous.
You had this all thought out.
And then
thought-
y'all
I
thought
came
of that
up
in a
with-
split
Jeez.
I came
second
with that.
too.
Well, I was on my phone like this when he said, "Hey," and so I like turned around, raising my phone with the intent of like, if
Just-
he doesn't
that's
recognize me,
incredible.
well, because
That's
I'm so
incredible.
terrified of socially awkward situations that
That's
like
incredible.
I thought fast on my feet because it was a life or death
All right,
situation.
new
for
goal.
me.
If you see Hunter in public, try to make it as
Yes.
awkward as possible. Like
Please.
going for a hug and then pull out of the hug. Oh my gosh! One time we were my high school baseball team. We would play like odds on the bus a lot, and we would be like, what are the odds? Do this and that. And one time we did one to a kid. It was like I think it was like 1 out of. It might. I think he got
Is that
pretty
where you
aggressive.
go like 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
You say
Yeah.
the number?
I think he went like semi-aggressive, like 1 out of 30. But it was that he would have to go up to the bus driver on our way out.
Oh,
He would have to go in for the hug, pull out, go in for a handshake, pull out again, and then go back to the hug, and then complete. And 1 out of 30, and he got it, and he did it, and it was the funniest
That's
thing ever.
amazing.
And the bus driver loved it, like thought it was so funny, and it was awesome.
That's
But that's like the most awkward thing you can do to somebody is just pull away like multiple times. I get caught in those a lot, and I every single one
you
of
got to
them.
commit. The first one, if like the person
You gotta just commit.
Yeah.
Have you ever signed something and they
That's
tell
like at
you
the course.
afterwards they don't want you to sign it?
No, but I know that happened to me.
Like they'll
I'm 100% positive
they'll
it's
give
because
you
of
like
you.
they'll give you like 2 discs and they only
Oh.
want you to sign the top one and you just assume to sign both and they're like, "Oh, I didn't want you to sign that one." And you're just like,
That's never happened to me.
That's awkward.
No, so this is
you always have to ask.
You
like,
got
do you want me
me-
to sign all these?
you got me into this situation. We were at that outside the cone place eating ice cream. Dude walks in, recognizes both of you, recognizes Brodie and Paul,
Yeah.
gets a picture, got them to sign his disc, leaves, comes back a few minutes later with his friend's disc,
Yeah.
brings it up, says, "Hey, can you all sign this?"
Oh, the you all.
And so
And
he
you're standing
hands
next
it.
to
He
Paul,
hands
Brody.
it to Brodie. Brodie signs. Hands it to Paul. Hands it to Paul first. Paul signed. Handed it to Brodie. Brodie
And
signed.
Brody had hands
Brodie
it right
handed
to
me
you.
with the pen
That's
out.
that's
and
messed
the
up,
phone.
man. That's
And so
messed up.
This is what I did.
You gotta
I-
hand it back to
I
him.
knew I'm not supposed to sign it, so I said, "Oh, here you go, man. You want me, or did you want me to sign it?"
You should
the
have
guy,
said.
the guy goes, "Oh yeah, go ahead." I was like,
He didn't want that.
"You don't want me to sign it," but I didn't know what to do, so I signed
You
the
didn't
thing.
know
And I'm
who
like,
you
"Well, your
are.
friend's gonna be so mad."
Dang it, man, Brody. You gotta hand that thing straight back.
No,
to
I
him.
love it.
You should have handed it back to him, and then if he'd been like, "Oh, Hunter, you too," he never once said my
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
He had no idea who I was. So I just signed this random. Like I'm 100. I've never been more positive in my life. The guy had no idea who I
That is
was.
so
That's
funny.
sometimes the best
He-
thing to
he's
do.
getting acetone on that thing, like
Yeah.
trying to go off your signature.
If you're listening, you do know who I am. I'm sorry I did that.
Because this is also how you know like you're I'd put myself at like a D-list celebrity probably is probably where I'd put
I
myself.
put myself like a
this
Y.
conversation is bordering on narcissistic.
No. I think
It's teetering. It's teetering.
Yeah, but this is a funny story. So I think I'm like a D-list celebrity, and this is how you know. I would say when you're B and higher,
You like
people
put
just
a
come
name
up
the
to
face.
you and then immediately just say like they know it's you and they ask for a photo, whatever. But when you're like C and lower, especially when you're a D, you'll see a lot of times where they like, I think I know you. They know who you are, but they're like, I think I know you, and they're like trying
they
to
wanna
play
make
this weird,
sure-
yeah.
yeah.
Or they're like they're like making it to where you have to tell them like who you are type of situation. I don't know where I'm going on this.
You said you had a funny story.
I know I did. What the heck? I just got thrown off by all the tiered lists. So what would happen is what I would do to flip the script on them is like if I'm in a group, I'm with my friends and stuff, they would come up and be like, "You look just like the guy like does the frisbee trick shots. Is that you?" I'd be like, "No." I get that a lot though. I'm like, this guy right though. This guy is like one of the most famous professional eaters of all time. You should get a photo with him. And I'd always try to pass it
That's
on.
funny.
Or if someone, if I'm in a group and someone like they know that the frisbee trick shot person or whatever is coming, but they don't know who I am. Like one time they thought it was very disappointing to them. They thought because there's another guy named Brodie Smith who's a professional Austrian football player. Same exact name, same spelled the way, and they thought I was that person. And so I just kind of had to go along with it. But like eventually like the gig was up and they kind of realized that I was not an Australian football player. I was this frisbee person. Super disappointing. But whenever you could like pass on to someone else, like, oh, no, that's this guy. This is the guy. And then you get people to take photos and stuff like that. That was always my favorite thing to do.
Sounds awful.
It's very.
How does that sound
It's
awful?
very
Well,
funny.
it's hilarious to be you.
It's
in that scenario.
Well, yeah, because you're putting those people that don't want to, because sometimes people have no idea and it's whatever. But like when they're not willing and you know that they know who you are, but they don't want to like, again, that's how you know like you're a D-list celebrity. Is because like you would never come up to a Charles Barkley, a Tom Brady. You'd never come up to like an actual famous person and be like, hey, are you Tom Brady? Like you look exactly like Tom. You would never do that, right? But to D-list celebrities, you do it all the time. And
All
so
the
then
time.
you
I
just,
do this all the time.
you flip the script on them and you're like, no, that's actually this guy. And then they know 100% it's not you. And you make them have to take a photo with that guy.
I just pull a
I
FaZe
love
it.
Banks
It's
funny. I
and
love
walk
it.
into my local disc golf shop. Like, I'm here.
Oh,
It's me.
FaZe.
Have you seen that
I
video?
showed that video to Kelsey
We said that
and she died.
we said that we need to make that a punishment.
Never.
Yeah, no. I was there for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For like, you have to show to like a local league and be
weekly.
like,
We're
what
here."
up? Trevor here, baby. Foundation Nation in the
I
house.
feel like that'd be the funniest punishment of all time.
Like, it'd be even funnier if you have a Sharpie in hand and you start going to people's
like,
discs.
yo,
pulling
it's
it out,
not-
you're
I
like-
get. You get
You just
attacked.
start signing people's Firebirds and
You get
stuff.
I just think that'd be the funniest thing.
Yeah, it'd be real funny until you were the one doing it and get punched in the
I wouldn't
face.
lose that challenge. I'd find a way. I don't know how. I would will myself to victory.
That is such a good one. Gosh. And all hidden cameras. All hidden cameras.
Yeah.
So no one has any idea it's a bit.
Gosh, that'd be so funny.
Mm.
The one I was gonna say about the awkward handshake thing was the other day when we were filming.
COVID's made it more awkward, has it not?
It did for us, man. Yeah.
No, it's still awkward. Or do you think handshakes are,
Well, like
are
if
back?
someone's going for a handshake, I go for the handshake.
Handshakes are back now?
I don't initiate the handshake.
Handshakes.
So
are
you don't.
back.
Handshakes are back?
Yeah.
Whoa, Silas just declared
Silas
it.
declared
Silas
CDT.
declared it.
I do agree. Like if I walk up and I'm meeting someone for the first time and I don't know if they're going for the handshake, I'm not gonna initiate the handshake. So if there's two of me
Did
in
you
a
used
room,
to, though? Before, pre-COVID?
yeah, I'd go, hey, how's it going?
Okay.
Do that.
So post-COVID.
So now I walk in,
you're
I'm like, hey, what's up? And if they go handshake, I go handshake.
Okay.
But if they don't go handshake, I'm not gonna make them feel
You
uncomfortable
go
with
hug.
handshake.
Okay.
Yeah, nice straight up hug.
lick him on the way in.
Nope, that's not
the side of the cheek.
not the way.
That's the go-to.
Gotta
right
make sure you
there.
get your DNA on there somehow.
But no, we were at the course the other day, and someone like yelled from like a few holes back, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you guys foundation?" We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Can we come up and get a picture?" We're like, "Yeah." Walked up like a few holes, and the way he stuck his hand out, it looked like he wanted to be like dapped up.
What?
So I went for it, and once I like locked, right? I don't have another hand. Once I locked, I quickly realized like
It was
he's not prepared for the bro hug. But I was
you're
already
trying to go
committed.
like
I was
that
committed.
into that?
Well, that's he walked up and his hand was up like this.
Okay.
So like, what else do you do there?
Yeah, the soccer
You
handshake.
just full commit. So we ended up all just bro hugging
Soccer-
all of them.
and it was awesome.
Yeah, I was the one that like started the awkwardness, but like no one else felt awkward but
Was
me.
he not like? So he went here, and then
So like it was like this. It was like
Soccer
this.
handshake.
We went here.
and then his body stopped.
He stopped.
Oh, he went. He didn't.
He didn't.
And
start
Hunter-
going.
Hunter just
I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I pulled him in. Well, because like, what were we gonna do? Just this?
That's a soccer handshake.
Yeah.
That's what they do. It's awesome. I think they need.
See, I've never played soccer.
can
I
we-
was just like, when I got to that position,
that's
the
how they
only
do
thing I've
handshakes
ever
in soccer.
done,
It's just
only thing I've
boom.
ever done past that is hug a
No,
dude.
yeah, it's
what,
very
the quick-
European.
quick-
It's just boom. That's the
And
handshake.
then
That's
nothing
it.
afterwards.
Yeah,
It's
like if
awesome.
someone walked up and did
'Cause
that
it's
to you,
crisp.
what are you thinking?
I
It's
mean, I'm
crisp.
already in my head. Like I'm trying to go through all the situations.
I think
of
we need
all
to-
the,
can we
like,
start
are
a
doing This,
movement?
pulling back.
That's what I'm saying. When I see a
Are we
hand
doing,
here,
like,
Hey,
when I see a hand
double
here coming in, I'm
snapper?
thinking,
let's start a
we're hugging.
movement instead of the stupid 18th hole fist bump. Let's do soccer handshakes. 18th hole.
No.
Hey, nice playing with you, man. Boom, crisp. Good vibes everywhere.
But like if I ever see someone walk up like this, I'm hugging.
You're right.
them.
It's very European. It's very European, but
That's
we're
just,
gonna get there.
okay.
and we're in.
Everyone, if you see
Now that you
Hunter,
say it, that
if you
guy
see
looked like a
Hunter
soccer
out,
player.
If you see Hunter out in the world, in the
I
wilderness,
didn't know that existed.
you need
It's
to
a
just
great
walk
handshake.
up
It's
to
the
Hunter
best
like
kind.
this. Everyone,
You're
walk
gonna
up.
get
Everybody-
hugged. You're gonna get hugged.
Everyone
I've
needs to
just
start. That's how you
fair
make it
warning.
awkward. That's how
If
you
you
make it
do that,
awkward.
you're getting hugged. There's no way
All
around.
right. Well, that's the only way I'm ever gonna greet you. Then.
He's a hugger.
Oh no, I'm not a hugger.
He's
but
not.
like
That's
if
the best part.
if I see this, it's a bro hug. There's no way around it. The way that also solidified is afterwards he didn't lock. There was no
more-
lock.
There was no dappage.
So after-
his fingers didn't
No.
cross.
So that made me realize even farther that I just created
Yeah.
this situation.
You can't really get out of the bro hug either.
No.
no, there's no way out.
You're in, you're in.
But then what made it even funnier
That's
is
why
that
pounding is super safe because you can't do anything from this.
Yes.
what made it funnier though
Like,
was
if you want to
that
explode it afterwards and the other person doesn't, you kind of look like an idiot.
oh, you're gonna look like an idiot no matter what. When you're exploding after.
yeah.
We're not 5 anymore.
Dude, you're
Like,
not.
come on.
No one's
don't do
doing
that
that.
anymore?
No one's
Sixth
doing
graders
that.
still do.
I'll
Sixth
do
graders
that.
definitely still
can be
do.
hard.
Yeah, a little trickle, like shoop.
I did have someone the other day, like, I barely know this person. Walked up and they're like, yo, what's up, man? And I'm like this. And then he went, like, gear shift. And I was like,
Gear shift.
I stopped and looked at him like, really? We're 25. This is what we're doing?
I respect the turkey.
That was what we were doing.
I respect
turkey,
the
that's
turkey.
cool.
Yeah, the turkey's good.
Snail.
Yeah.
Oh, whoop. Snail's a little aggressive. Snail's a little aggressive.
No, but what was
Could you,
the
like, you're
funniest
coming
about the
into my
bro hug
space.
situation is once I started it,
There was no
that was
stopping
just the
it.
standard.
Those are vibes.
So then Trevor and Connor bro hugged both of them too.
yeah, but it wasn't awkward because like
No, I was the only one that was out.
You initiated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started it.
Yeah.
But I thought he started it.
Trendsetter.
But it definitely wasn't what he was going for. If you're listening to that, I apologize for that awkward
I need
encounter.
a foam roll if we're running tomorrow.
Well, we're running tomorrow.
Yeah.
if
Foam-
yeah, what are these?
What is
ifs?
this if?
Well, I'm
Oh,
just,
we only deal in absolutes. There's no ifs, ands,
well,
and
I'm just
buts.
saying.
Who's or what's?
I'm just letting you know I need a foam roll.
All right. Well, let's get going so Brodie can foam roll.
Foam roll is
It's,
key.
it's weird to like leave the podcast now because
we gotta come right.